Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everybody. Today I'm Muhammad Aswade bin Ali, geologist for our company. Today I would like to present you on our proposal VSP survey for our coming well 35117G. Okay, the objective for presentation today, we would like to seek approval to run VSP survey in well 35170Gs. For presentation today, I will cover on project background, VSP versus check short survey, offset well, recommendation, reference, and the end we have a QA session. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, we are going to drill well 35170G tentatively on Q1 2023. As you can see on the right diagram, on the right side diagram, you can see they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 well nearby our well. All the well that been drilled before are shallower than our target, our well. Our well we penetrate below the church formation to test a fibrous undrilled subthrust fault block. If you can see here, they got several fault over here. We want this one, we target deeper than other well. You see they got several fault over here, and then this well located in seismic line 743. As you know, we don't have any check shot or VSP record nearby this well. Okay, what the history on seismic? Yeah, we did the seismic 80 square miles seismic survey and complete primary mapping through the L-Hip field block in 1998. Previously, we have 2D and limited 3D seismic acquisition had proved problematic, at best yield poor data. By careful pre-requisition tests and extensive quality control on yield, a 3D seismic volume that has been magnitude better than the previous acquisition effort. You can see on the below diagram show the seismic line that has been done on this oil field. This is about 80 square miles seismic line. And then this one, this show you the on the right side diagram show you 3D seismic, and beside that they got 3D seismic that has been produced. Okay, what the check shot and VSP history nearby the location. Okay, as you can see, we have a 11 check shot within the Hill field and another check field surrounding the field. If you can see, the green color is an old check shot. Yeah, you can see on this block they have 11, and our well 35150G are located on the south east. Is about here. You can see on this one on the red bullet over here. We also have the 1 or 2 VSP had been acquired in 1980s. It's about 40 years ago, but record are not in digital but in manual. Only check short data remain. Okay, before we go further, we with our proposal on VSP. So let we focus on the comparison between vertical seismic profile, which is VSP, and check shot survey. If you can see, I show you the differentiate between comparison between those two survey. In VSP, much more detailed survey than check shot because the geophone are more closely spaced, typically taken every 50 to 100 feet, whereas in check shot about 250 to 500 feet, every 250 to 500 feet. And then when we talk about VSP, is use the reflected energy contained in the recorded trace at each receiver position, as well as the first direct path from the source receiver. And in addition of that, it can tying well data to seismic data. VSP also enable to convert seismic data to zero phase data and distinguishing primary reflection from multiples. In the check shot survey might include measurement on interval 100 of meter apart. Check shot use only direct path travel, while in check shot we only record the direct travel and only the first break-in peak. That's the comparison. So I would like to show you what they are mentioned earlier in the previous slide. This is the diagram how the check shot working. The source is closely, if you can see, closely to the wellbore, close proximity to the wellbore directly above the reservoir, where the seismic wave travel vertically down to the reflector, then up to the reservoir. You can see from the source here, go to the surface, to the formation, and return back to receiver. The source of predominant distance away from the receiver and collection of seismic receiver is clamped in the wellbore. You can see the two photos on how check shot been taken. In the different way of a check shot, the VSP. Actually, check shot is a part of VSP, but VSP not part of check shot. What I want to show, if the check shot only one source, and then they only take on they got certain length. In VSP, they got three type of VSP. You can see on this diagram, they have a 3D, they have a walk above for the deviated well, and then they have another one is walk away. So they got three. So in the walk above is for inverted well. They got multiple source. You can see here they got multiple source aligned vertically above the receiver in deviated well bore. If you can see here, for the walk away, they got a soft move incrementally in line in the surface away from stationary receiver to create a pseudo 2D line. In 3D, what we did in 3D, the source line are in a grid on the land or a spiral pattern offshore above the receiver. You can see how the boat is turning around on the reed side in a circle, so they can start give the source pom 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 on the round of the reed. Okay, that's the fundamental of check shot and VSP. So we need to collect also several data from the offset well 35150G. Okay, from the offset well, if you can see here from the offset well, there is one comparison between the pre-delivery velocity that we calculated earlier, is calculated, versus the actual VSP in well 351-15G. This is a comparison on the software velocity function with the post velocity function from VSP in this well, show that the pre-drill predicted, if you can see here the pink color here, function and the value are very close to what we estimate. You can see here on this one, just here, very close to our estimation, that show that VSP very accurate, very close to accurate. Okay, I also bring you the difference between the VSP from this previous well. The previous well, you can see they got two columns over here. The check shot on the left side, and then on the VSP on the right side. You can see how the VSP has been corrected to two-way time. So reflect from horizontal reflector appear at same time on the trace recorded at different levels. The corridor stack on the right is a partial summation or stacking of VSP trace on the left, stacking and summing of that data to produce a single output trace, enhance the signal to the noise ratio of seismic data. From that one, you can see how different between the check shot and VSP from the well survey on the same well. By showing this the slide earlier, what we can I can conclude, and what our recommendation is to run VSP survey for well 351-15G to produce accurate time depth function at any X and Y location, encompassed by the surface seismic D and a time depth function and or synthetic seismogram for every well in the field. That's our recommend to run VSP survey. Number two, we also recommend to run VSP after this for each 1 to 2 square mile of 3D seismic coverage. That's our recommendation. By that, this is our reference on presentation. So we have a Q&A session. Okay, by that, thank you very much for coming to the presentation. I would like to get your approval from our recommendation. By that, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.